What's up, nerds? What's up, nerds? Goz Master here with another Magic the Gathering puzzle quest. Today's quest, Planeswalker sale. Which ones are chase-worthy? Which ones are strong? Meh? And which ones should you avoid altogether? We're going to be covering all of that in today's video. Before we do, today's video is sponsored by me. Sub, so I can hit 1,000 subs, like the video, so I can get germination in the algorithm that is YouTube, so I can finally get monetization on the channel, score millions of dollars, give the channel what it deserves, yeah? Or at least help me pay my internet bill, getting the subs in. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now, before I get started, I've created a playlist with all of the walkers that I've reviewed over the years that are on sale in this sale. So there's a link in the comment section below to the playlist. Scroll through, pick what you want, start playing with them. I should have listed them by priority on which ones here are good and on sale. So have a look-see at that, and then comment on those videos too, and let us know that you're from the future and saying, oh God, here in the future, you're wrong. All right, so first off, let's get to the top 3 Planeswalkers that you must own out of the way so that you've got your priority straight going into this sale. So in other words, if you don't have these 3 walkers yet, they should be at the top of your list for which ones you should be going after. Number 1, of course, is Dakin Shadowslayer, absolutely most powerful walker in the game. Black, white, and blue colors are covered. Then next is Rahl Is It Viceroy. He is the best red walker in the game. Fight me about it. And then you got Kasmina. She is the best green walker in the game, in my opinion. Fight me if you don't like it. There it is. Now, I recommend those 3 specifically because they cover all 5 colors for a new player. Should have 5 walkers, but those are the top 3 you should have. Now, although none of these are on sale or look to be available in the next 2 weeks, but if they're available like the 3rd week from now, cool, they're worth full pop. I don't think they will be made available at a discount because they're worth full money. But if they are, absolutely should be at the top of your priority list to pick them up if you haven't already. Now that, let's go for this top tier list. I'll be combining this week and next week's list to ensure that you have the gold for who you're looking for. I'm also going to be breaking down the power must-have walkers from the strongest at the top, and then we're going to work our way back to those that you probably should avoid. Now note, none of the 50 gold planeswalkers, all of the OG original 5 planeswalkers, are ever worth the resources. You should never waste resources on them. They give them to you for free, cool, play them for novelty's sake, but other than that, they're awful. I never recommend picking these up. They're extremely weak by today's standards, and there's always way better ways to put those resources, even just picking up a card or something. Okay, so let's go. Power walkers. So in my alt account, I only have a few walkers. A Johnny Invigorate Leadership, Karn, Scion of Urza, Nico Bolas 1, God Pharaoh, and then Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Because I have those, I can't see in the Planeswalker sale which ones are available or not. Now, I doubt that these are or will be available, but if they are, out of these that are on sale right now, if any of those are available, you should pick them up. You should snatch them up. Those are absolutely great planeswalkers. They're all power walkers. Highly recommend you get them at a discount where you can. However, I don't see them. I don't think that they are. I doubt that they will be. Okay, so at the end of doing my research for this, I realized something because I'm kind of a dir. I'm looking at these, and not all the planeswalkers are on sale, number 1. And number 2, a lot of the planeswalkers that are on sale this week are also listed to be on sale next week, which makes me think this sale might only be this week. If the sale is also next week, that's what I'll be listing here. All right, so let's talk about power walkers. Honestly, there's only 2 real power walkers that I see worth the name. And strangely enough, they're both monocolor walkers, and they're both available next week. So they may or may not be on sale. However, if you don't have these 2 and you want to add some power to your play, these are easily good ones to go after, especially if they are on sale for next week. So number 1, Garruk Unleashed. He's green. So all 3 of his abilities are very strong, and that 3rd is GG if you have the right creatures in your deck, and he's an easy addition to any creature player's arsenal and a whole lot of fun to smash with. I really enjoy using him and getting him boned up. I have not played with him in a while, and going through these reviews has actually made me really excited to play with him again. Him and a couple others that I've actually gone through here that I'm curious to build for, because I haven't done it in a while. So, and I need some variety. I need some spice in my life. I get bored. All right, the second one is Liliana of the Veil. I know, surprise, surprise. I was very low on her on my initial review. I'm still not overly impressed with her, guys. I know that you guys absolutely love her. I'm not too thrilled about playing with her. I will tell you, I'd be a damn liar if I did not tell you that when she's on the opposite side of the board, I get a little nervous. And especially if it's a coalition event, I sweat. There is no doubt that once she gets rolling, it's pretty much dominant control if she can tank your hand and get the loyalty train rolling. So, oof, man, I don't like seeing her or Chronoclast. Oh, my goodness. Those two are always the ones I'm a little nervous about, but I always win. Anyways, plus, I've received more comments on her review versus any other Planeswalker I've ever reviewed about how wrong I was about her because I was so low on her in my review. So if you watch my review, I'm going to be down on her. But if you read the comments, you're going to see a lot of people that advocate for her, and they think she's actually probably the strongest Liliana. I think Professor Onyx is better. So those are my only two pretty powerhouse walkers that you can play with. If she's your playstyle, I would definitely review that and see if she fits your playstyle. All right, next. These are strong walkers. In this category, I have to give you a warning. Most of these are situational based or on either current meta or cards that you have that may be in your collection, or they may be beneficial to certain mechanics that are in standard right now. A good case in point would be Kato Dancing Shadow. He's black and blue. If you have, do you got Tainted Adversary? You got Taint? Nice. He's going to win a lot for you. You're going to dominate with him. Absolutely stupid combo. He does very, very well. Oh, you don't have Taint? Oof. Okay, watch my review and see if that playstyle is your preference. Bottom line for him is he's got solid mana gains. His second and third abilities are rock solid, and blue, stupid strong right now. With the right cards, he can be a dominant pounder. However, if you don't have the cards, or if that particular playstyle isn't necessarily your fave, tokens and that kind of thing, and Berserk, might want to overlook him. All right, Urza Lord Protector blue-white is on sale, and boy, I like this walker. I mean, I just think you read all of the stuff and you think, man, what a dominant walker. I really, really like him. That said, I never play with this guy. I think he should be top tier dominant with all the cards available to him, at least on paper, but he's clunky. His mana gains are solid, and he can get Blade Coil Train rolling on his front side. Check out that back side. But as neat and as powerful as all of his abilities can be in spots, they seem to grind against each other when it matters, and man, it feels bad when you're needing one of his sides to be available and it's not there and you have to flip somehow. It's just kind of goofy. He's a lot of fun, but when he ain't, boy, he's tough to love. Worth picking up? I think he's very strong and dominant. I would recommend that you do pick him up, but only if the other Planeswalkers you're actually looking for have gotten. All right, Zerial, Archduke of Avernus Red. I actually shot a whole review of her, and I never released it. I don't think I ever edited it. I recorded it, but never edited it. I may go back and re-release it at some point in the future, but she's actually very strong. Her token creation is solid, but for me, the uncertainty of the dice rolling make her a little unpredictable, especially if it's something you need to do, like a coalition event, like you need to do a certain thing. Maybe she gets you there, maybe she doesn't. Her third is bonkers good, and when her rolls are rolling, she can steamroll anyone. See what I did there? So the downsides are her mana gains. They're really not solid at all. And right now, red, although it's stronger than it was before March of Machines, there's a few cards that have come out that have made it strong. City on Fire and all that stuff. Red is just the weakest color, I think, in the solo color, at least, in Standard. There are some good players, but they're usually in support of other colors going off. Now, in Legacy, she's bonkers, but of course, all things are bonkers in Legacy. She's definitely no Chandra Dressed to Kill or Jaya Fiery Negotiator, but she's a solid fun walker for non-coalition events, for sure. Okay, so now we're in the fun category. Yay, let's have some fun. These next walkers are not at all must-haves, but they can be fun and are 100% dependent on your play preferences and card collection. So, case in point, Arlen, the Pack's Hope. She's green and red. She's got good mana gains. She actually has a great first and second ability. But man, if she gets flipping, it's hard to use them when you need them. It always feels like what you need is on the other side of her Planeswalker, and that keeps you from being able to be dominant. If you could control the back and forth, she'd be one of the best red-green Planeswalkers for sure. And with all the puppies and puppers that are in play right now, and stuff that we get, because it's not just werewolves, it's also wolves, we usually have some of that stuff in Standard, so she can be fun. But that shifting back and forth, man, I would not trust that in a coalition event, but it is fun. I will say the one coalition event that there is where you do have to be shifting between night and day, she can help you definitely achieve that. The question becomes, would she be functional in actually helping you win the thing if you're stuck on one side and you need to be on the other? I don't know. Kaito Shizuki, black-blue. Okay, so his first is solid, but it's overpriced at 13 mana. If that were half, if it were 7, even 8, it'd be livable. The second is great, but ain't no good rogues, and it costs 20 loyalty. And I mean there aren't any good rogues. Maybe in Origins, and definitely in Kamigawa back, is because it could be rogues or ninja. Cool. Listen, man, there are no good rogues. since Kamigawa came out. After Kamigawa, there's only been a total of 7, I think, rogues, and they all suck. But no doubt he can be fun with the right build. So if you're into that kind of play, he might be fun for you to pick up, and he's decent. Ob Nixilis Reignited. So he's fun for discard, but with poor mana gains and better options of discard play, i.e. Professor Onyx and Liliana of the Veil, he's at the bottom of the fun ones for me because you'll most likely play with him a couple of times, like I did, get it out of your system, and then he's just going to collect dust. All right. Then there's just the rest. A Johnny Sleeper Agent, Kai Intangible Slayer, Luca Bound, to Ruin, Saheeli, Filigree Master, Teferi, who slows the sun, Tyvar, Jubilant Brawler, Nahiri the Unforgiven, Tamio Completed Sage. All of these are in that category of, I don't think they're very strong. And upon looking at them again, because I went and reevaluated them with today's eyes. I looked at them with my boomer spectacles. And bottom line is, after re-reviewing their abilities and everything they've got going on, I'm not really impressed with them still. However, with that said, I have heard from a lot of folks that some of these are very, very good. If you want details on that, I highly encourage you to get in the Discord because those guys are in there and that's where I hear it, and we can actually go over these as we go through it. Now, note, Dungeon Master, Teferi, Akosa of Zalfir, and Oko, Thief of Crowns, are not on sale. But of those, Dungeon Master and Teferi fall into that fun but category. You'll need soldier token shenanigans for Tef and some powerful party members to maximize Dungeon Master's loyalty abilities. I would tell you to pick them up at some point. They are my type of play style. However, I think Teferi L. Jackson is missing a couple of cards that would make him dominant. And Dungeon Master, rolling is kind of situational and spotty at times. But the other side of that is you got to make sure you have strong party members, rogues, wizards, clerics too. Both of those are fun, but I would definitely wait to pick them up until they're on the cheap, maybe the holiday sale. And that way you're minimizing your risk in coinage output. There you go. Okay, so after completing my reviews here, as I said before, the sale may only be this week, as a lot of the same walkers will be available next week, and they may be full pop. So if you're not sure that you can wait and you don't want to risk it for the biscuit, and you just want to go ahead and pick up a few of them now, those would be the order in priority that I would tell you to get, with the exception of those that I spotlighted for last week. So if this week is the only sale, you have my list above, and if it didn't cover one of the walkers that you want to get some insight on, pop on over to my Discord, ask there, link is in the description, and the rest of the party nerds and myself will be happy to offer any advice that we can, unsolicited or asked for. With that said, my friends, what do you think? Which ones are you excited for? Did I miss one? Did I misspeak on one? Don't forget, there's a list of videos down there if you want to watch the full reviews for those that you're looking for a deeper dive in. And as always, join the party, man. Get into the Discord. Come in, comment, let us know. We like to have fun nerd funs there, and we'd always be welcome to have it there. As always, I appreciate you. You could have been anywhere in the world. Chose to spend this time with me here. And as always, I look forward to seeing you on our next quest. Till then, my friend, swords up.